I'm no stranger to the loud song. In fact, almost all the music I release officially is pretty loud. But when it specifically comes to like the songwriting aspect of, well, songwriting, there's nothing quite like just a really quiet demo, single mic, to just get everything out of your way except the melody and the core of the song, the story, if you will. Just the quiet acoustic guitar is an amazing thing. When the tempting thing to do when most people get their acoustic guitar, and I was there and have been there many times, is to, strum it as loud as you can because it feels good, right? But the problem is, if I just use this one lovely little mic to try and sing that, you can barely hear me because I want to get the emotion out of the song, and in my voice I'm kind of singing quiet. I can sing loud, but it's not for this song. So, hence, at that point you'd have to get out a second mic the vocals, then mic the acoustic guitar, and that always just for a demo, it doesn't feel right to me. Just the sound is off, and just all the work you have to put into it, mixing it to make it sound good. And it never sounds as good as just playing the acoustic guitar real quiet and setting up a mic yay far away and recording. Let me show you. One more morning, two returning. I'm home by myself. Life's just better with you than with anyone else. One more morning, two returning. I don't need anyone else. Independent, but life's better somehow. One more morning, two returning. Our first morning, partner snoring. I awake with a grin on my face, sleeping beauty on my arm. I can't feel it, it's totally numb. Our first morning, kettle churning. I awake to a compliment, to a face backlit by morning rays. Our first morning, kettle churning. Every morning, I mean almost every morning, even after all this time, our gazes meeting is still sublime. Every morning, I mean almost every morning, I can't believe my eyes. almost every morning we finally get it. Sweet Juliet, therapized in modern minds, content alone, but that's partly a lie. Every morning, I mean almost every morning, try playing your acoustic guitar a little quietly. See how it feels, see how it makes you feel. And it's also inspiring to all you youngins out there that don't have that big of a budget, because guess what? That won't have sounded that much different if I was just using my phone placed about right there. What I hope I'm trying to say is you don't need that much to get what you have inside of you out into the world in some meaningful way. Even successfully in some meaningful way. I mean, go listen to Biba Doobie's song Coffee. It's got like 100 million streams, and now she's opening for Taylor Swift this year. And it's, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an iPhone voice memo. Most recently, I've fallen in love with The Tallest Man on Earth, and his music is lo-fi in like a tape kind of way, which is harder to do than just like the voice memo sound. But still, it's a man with a thing to say, a person, if you will, with a thing to say that's meaningful, and he's passionate about it, and he's worked on it, and he's clearly very talented and good at it. And it shows, and it is what it is, and I can listen to that man play an acoustic guitar forever and be content and happy. And all of that stuff is undoubtedly, his earlier stuff is just a single mic and him playing music. Also in love with his new stuff, full band. Love the guy in general. So you might be saying then, what is all this for? Why buy things? Why be a consumer? And the answer to that question is consummation, and that's not the right word for that, and creation is they're not completely separate things. They're codependent on each other. I can't survive without eating something. I can't create a thing without having first saw other things that I've liked and learned from. So yes, I have an obsession with material possessions in some way that help me or inspire me to create things. I've got a whole rack of guitars back here, and pedals and amplifiers and cameras and whatnot, but I don't need those things, but I like them anyways. And you might find that you like them as well, or you might find that all you ever need is an acoustic guitar and a microphone. And honestly, it's what I use 90% of the time when I'm recording, unless I'm trying to do like a full mix, in which case you might not be as ambitious as me and just go rent someone, a producer, to help you record at his studio. I'm kind of a nerd, so I like figuring it out myself. I think it all comes down to this. I have a couple shelves in there full of books that most of which I haven't read comprehensively, some of which I haven't read at all. But yet, when I was in Boston earlier this week and I ran into a corner bookstore, did I go in and buy $80 worth of books and shove them into one of my suitcases? Yes, because I have a desire to consume things in some way. And I find that those things are a healthy thing to consume, that I can learn from, that inspire me to then go create, to then go write music or make movies or or do something, make my home a nice place to be, or work on a friendship, etc. So consuming isn't an evil in itself. It just needs to come with some responsibility and some creation to see what you get out of it. From books to computers to guitars to YouTube videos to music to television shows, films, photos, Instagram, Twitter, preamps, speakers, guitar pedals, and the list goes on and on. I bought all those things out of my desire to consume. Some of those are physical utilities, some are abstract pleasures, and most are somewhere in between. It's easy to look at this act of consumption as futile, but to pursue an ideal of pure, unadulterated creation would be just as mad, I think. Everything happens because of something else. I didn't love electric guitar until I heard Meant to Live on local Christian radio in 2003 when I was 4 years old. I didn't know I loved acoustic guitar until I heard, finally, John Foreman's Seasons EPs. Very influential man to the evangelical Christian upbringing in the South, John Foreman and Switchfoot. I didn't know I loved filmmaking until I saw a sketch comedy trio on YouTube called Balloon Shop in the 2010s. And I didn't know the words that I'm saying until I heard them uttered by someone else. And like I said earlier, you have to eat in order to create. So it's not wise necessarily to say, don't pay attention to gear, don't pay attention to this or that, just create music, do nothing but creation, sheer creation. We are beings, celestial beings of creation. Because we need things. Anywho, get what you need if you can and make the most of what you have. That's all I'm trying to say. I hope you liked my song. Go record and share some songs of your own.